Hi, I am Star Huddleston, and I'm a student at Louisville School of Massage. I am not a licensed massage therapist yet. I'm here today to talk about how I remember certain muscles movements with something called mnemonics. That word is weird. I get that word mixed up along with the word rule. I just think those words should be deleted from the English language. Save everybody some time, but I've got 7 muscle sets that we can talk about today. Let's talk about the glute max, gluteus maximus. When I was remembering this muscle in my head, it's a place to sit. A-P-L-A-C-E, a place to sit. If you think about the gluteus maximus is the largest of the glutes, and it does cover the most posterior part of your backside. So you typically do sit right on it. Okay, so what does the glute max do? It abducts the thigh, and all of these motions are at the hip joint, by the way. It posteriorly tilts the pelvis at the hip. It laterally rotates the thigh. It adducts the thigh. Contralaterally rotates the pelvis. And it extends the thigh. All right, let's talk about the other glute muscles, gluteus medius and gluteus minimus. So let's give those muscles a famed clap. What do they do? Now, all these motions are at the hip. So both the glute medius and minimus flexes the thigh. There's abduction of the thigh. Woo, there's medial rotation of the thigh. There is extension of the thigh. And there's depression of the same side pelvis. What about the clap? There is contralateral rotation of the pelvis. There is lateral rotation of the thigh. There's an anterior tilt to the pelvis. By the way, the gluteus maximus does not have anterior tilt. It's not one of its major actions. And there's the posterior tilt of the pelvis. Sartorius. The sartorius muscle is also known as the tailor's muscle because the actions are just about what tailors do when they are working with fabric. Speaking of fabric, how I remember the movements of this muscle is I invented in my head the name of a fabric that tailors use that is harvested from alfalfa, and the name of the fabric is falfa. So it's an eco-friendly fabric. It's those times to be eco-friendly. So what does the sartorius muscle do? It flexes the thigh at the hip. It abducts the thigh at the hip. It laterally rotates the thigh at the hip. It flexes the leg at the knee. No fingernails. And it anteriorly tilts the pelvis at the hip.